Now, though, it's time to join the team for Sportsday with Sarah Mulkerrins.
Yes, hello and welcome along to Sportsday with me, Sarah Mulkerrins. Coming up on the programme, what's this? A great day for England's batters. Joe Root hits 150 as they battle back against New Zealand in the second test. Fine-tuning ahead of Wimbledon, Dan Evans rounds off a perfect week with victory in the final of the Nottingham Open. And Lynn Grant makes golfing history, becoming the first female winner on the DP World Tour after victory in the Scandinavian Mixed. You're very welcome along to Sportsday this Sunday evening. Day 3 has been all about England's batters as they dominate play at Trent Bridge in the second test against New Zealand. Starting the day on 90 for 1, they were looking at that hefty first innings total of 553 set by the tourists. However, it wasn't long before the runs started racking up. A half-century for Alex Lees before tons from both Ollie Pope and Joe Root. Play is still ongoing, but Joe Wilson has this report on the latest.
In the foothills of New Zealand's vast first innings total, England had to bat. So why not enjoy it? Alex Lees made his highest score for England. But 67 felt like a disappointment. Such was the context. This was a day of opportunity. Lees knew it. Both teams have dropped several catches. This was a tough one, but it was Joe Root and therefore to be regretted by New Zealand. Ollie Pope was guiding his way to 100. England are backing his talent, giving him responsibility. And this is how you show that you're worth it. Soon, Pope was playing his full range of shots, making his highest test score. Is that a 6? Sure is. Joe Root was in full flow. There are no safer hands in cricket. Well, not many. He got to 100 with a kind of trick shot. Even his miss-hits work. 10 years into his England career, this may be the golden era of Joe Root, playing with freedom. A couple of wickets brought Ben Stokes to the crease and he took freedom to another level, into the stands. England was still far from New Zealand's score. Ben Stokes saw the summit and fell. 46 off 33 balls. It was certainly brave. But Joe Root reached his 150 with a kind of elegance that made his captain acknowledge, yeah, that is the very best of batting. Joe Wilson, BBC News.
And I can just tell you, play has just stopped for the day. So at stumps, England 473 for 5. So that is trailing by 80. The camera's very much trained on Joe Root, 163 for him. Not out that he will resume on day 4. Now, Max Verstappen has opened up a commanding lead in the Formula 1 Drivers' Championship with victory at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. He led home a Red Bull 1-2 with Carlos Sainz in second, but there were more engine problems for Ferrari and title rival Charles Leclerc. Ben Croucher has the story.
8 races into the season, starting to feel the heat, Lewis. Temperatures were raised in Azerbaijan, the land of fire.
And it's lights out and away we go.
Pole sitter Charles Leclerc's day started badly when Sergio Perez snuck through at the start. Worse was to come.
Problem, engine.
Ferrari's day up in smoke with Max Verstappen now into the lead. Red Bull's day was running smoothly. It was a little bumpier behind. Back pain and a bouncing Mercedes gave Lewis Hamilton an uncomfortable ride. Still, he sprung up the field to finish 4th behind teammate George Russell. Out front, Verstappen led a Red Bull 1-2 and extends his championship lead to 21 points. Maybe not everybody had such a bad Baku. Ben Croucher, BBC News.
Tennis now, where we have had 2 Britons in finals action today, all in the build-up to Wimbledon in a couple of weeks' time. And we will start with Dan Evans, as the world number 35 has won the Nottingham Open on the ATP's Challenger Tour. He beat Australian Joe Thompson in straight sets, as Austin Hillwood now reports.
Dan Evans has always been fond of the green grass of home. Growing up just an hour from Nottingham, the British number 2 won the title here in 2019 and reached this year's final without dropping a set. And right from the start, he forced himself ahead with an early break of Australian Jordan Thompson. But Thompson is in pretty good form himself. He'd won 9 straight matches coming into this, and the Australian quickly hit back with a break of his own. But Evans has been here before. The Briton won his first ATP Tour title last year, and he's not fazed by a bit of resistance. And warming up nicely, he got himself back in front, much to the Australians' frustration. Shortly after, Evans sealed the opener, and into the second, it was more of the same. Evans into his groove, the Briton applying all of the pressure, and Thompson running out of ideas. From 40 love down in one game, Evans managed to battle his way back and still break serve. And that proved to be the crucial point. From then on, the Brit didn't look back as he powered his way to a second Nottingham Open title.
It's amazing. I love playing on the grass. Every time I get to play on this court, I appreciate it. You know, I've done a lot of hours training here and down the road in Loughborough, so it's close to home, and I do feel the love from you guys. So thanks a lot for coming out again and hanging around to watch us.
But he won't have too long to celebrate. He's heading straight to Queen's tonight. Austin Halewood, BBC News.
Well, Brazil's Beatriz Haddad-Maia won the women's title in Nottingham. She beat American Alison Risk over 3 sets. This was a really hard-fought final, and it is Haddad-Maia's first tour title. She becomes the first Brazilian winner of a grass-court singles tournament since 1968. Remarkable. Andy Murray's bid for a first grass-court singles title in 6 years ended with a loss to Matteo Berrettini in the Stuttgart Open final. Murray hadn't dropped a set all week in Germany, but saw his second service game broken here, losing the first set 6-4. The Scot battled back to win the second 7-5, but worryingly in the decider, he had to have treatment on his hip twice. He went on to lose that 6-3 with Wimbledon just 15 days away. Murray is due to play at Queen's Club, which starts tomorrow, so we will see how that hip goes. Football now, and Northern Ireland survived a scare to battle back to get their first point in the Nations League as they drew 2-2 with Cyprus in Belfast, but the pressure continues to mount on manager Ian Barraclough. Stephen Watson was at Windsor Park.
Before the game, a tribute to Northern Ireland's greatest ever manager. Billy Bingham passed away earlier this week, aged 90. And Captain Stephen Davis said his side would try and produce a performance worthy of his legacy. But Northern Ireland struggled to deliver.
Syracuse ball in, and it's an opening goal for Cyprus.
1-0 down at the break, and 6 minutes into the second half, things went from bad to worse for the home side as Koukoulas scored his second.
A second goal for Cyprus.
With 20 minutes to go, Northern Ireland got themselves back into the match with a goal by Paddy McNair.
And it will be turned in.
And in an heroic fight back, an equaliser in injury time.
And it's over the line! Johnny Evans has equalised for Northern Ireland!
So a valiant draw for Northern Ireland, but at the end, the fans still showed their dissatisfaction.
It's time for a change in management. To be honest with you, I sort of feel that Barclough isn't the right man for the job.
You know, I do believe in giving everybody a chance, but you know, how long do you do it?
I just think there's signs now that he's not making the progress we should be making.
Has to go. For me, anyway.
100 all day long. Needs to go. Has to go.
So the Northern Ireland manager Ian Barraclough still under some pressure with his side winless in the Nations League in 14 attempts. The Englishman has a record of 3 wins in 20 competitive matches. Stephen Watson at Windsor Park.
History has been made in golf today as Sweden's Lynn Grant became the first female winner on the DP World Tour after victory at the Scandinavian Mixed. The event is in its second year. It sees men from the DP World Tour compete against ladies from the Ladies European Tour. Grant was the overnight leader on home soil in Sweden. She shouldered the pressure well. A phenomenal round, a 64 for her. 8 birdies in total got her to 24 under par, winning by a 9-shot margin. Well, let's get some reaction to this. We can speak to former Ladies European Tour player Sophie Walker, who joins us now on Sportsday. Sophie, how big of a moment is this for women's golf?
Look at this smile, Sarah. It means so much. I think it is a game changer. This is the same event men and women, same prize fund. So she's won €300,000, but only one trophy. So Lynn's name goes on the trophy of a DP World Tour. All the history behind this event, and a woman has got her name on that title. She had the weight of the women's game on her shoulders, and she went and shot the best score of the day, bogey free. It's incredible by Lynn Grant.
And it's a name that I think a lot of people will be hearing a lot about, because what is she, only 22? She's only really just turned professional and, you know, has won a lot of events already.
Yeah, she's 22. She turned pro in August last year and has won 50% of the events that she has entered this year, Sarah. I mean, Jack Nicklaus said you only maybe win 1% of the tournaments you enter. Well, somebody needs to tell Lynn Grant that. She won last week on the Ladies European Tour and this week on the Men's DP World Tour.
Yeah, certainly a big moment for golf and for Lynn Grant. Sophie Walker, thank you so much for joining us. St Helens star James Roby has broken the Super League appearance record, playing for the 455th time to surpass the record previously held by Kevin Sinfield. Roby, who made his debut in 2004, was the scorer of one of 5 tries as St Helens beat Hull KR 26-18. It extends their lead at the top of Super League to 4 points. Elsewhere, Castleford Tigers came from behind to beat bottom side Toulouse 20 points to 14 there, and Wakefield Trinity won a thriller with Warrington Wolves 30 points to 24. Rugby Union and Danny Kerr has earned a recall to the England squad almost 4 years since his last international appearance. The Harlequins scrum half, who is now 35 years old, has 84 caps, and he has been called up to the squad preparing for the match against the Barbarians. He had been selected to play for the Babas before being summoned by England coach Eddie Jones. And Great Britain have finished second in the mixed relay at the World Triathlon Series in Leeds today. The GB team were without Johnny Brownlee and Alex Yee, who both crashed out on the cycling leg of yesterday's men's event. GB were in front for periods of the race, but in the end it was Germany who managed to just edge it out. They took gold, with Georgia Taylor-Brown bringing home a silver for Great Britain, and France were in third. Well, that is it from us here on Sportsday. Remember, you can stay right up to date using the BBC Sport website and the app, and we will see you again in the next hour. Bye-bye.